What's going on YouTube? This is BTR Investments, back at it again with another video. Today we're going to be discussing my stock prediction for Apple in 2021. So if you like this video, if you could please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm dropping a minimum 5 videos per week. So, alright guys, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, if we look at Apple's yearly chart, we'll notice that the lowest point was $53.15 per share. This is post-split. And the high was at $137.98. And then it had the drop all the way down to about 103. But then if you see this, it's just on a grind up. So this is one thing I've noticed with this pattern is I just think that since it was moving up so much so quickly that it just corrected itself right here. And then now it's back to its slow grind back up. So if we see here, it's just slowly going back up with a few drops, but nothing significant. So I just think that this is just a pattern that's showing that it's going to continue to rise. So, all right, the next chart we're going to look at is the 20-day 1 hour. So if we see that the low of it was $112.59 per share, and the high was $125.95. So one thing I want to point out, if we look a little back, is Apple, this stock with the pattern, I've just noticed that it'll like have these candlesticks down and then just slowly start moving up, and then it'll hit a point and then drop, but then back up. So in my opinion, it's just been moving sideways for so long, and this is kind of a sign that it is starting to rise. But then we notice that it hit this wall up top, right? And then it just had the red candlesticks down to about 121. So what I'm hoping for is when we look at this, that this is going to be the wall right here, right? So we see the green candlestick starting to form, and it's just going to make this the new bottom wall. So if we notice before, we looked at the 112, that was the low of it, right? And then it was just slowly grinding up. So in my opinion, if this is going to be the wall, it'll just keep going up from here. So for example, if we look at the 100 days, 4 hours, we could see that it's been moving sideways for quite a while now, like a couple of months. So when it hit that all-time high, it just hit this bottom, which was about $102. And then it went back up, but then it did it again, right? So it hit $127, and then just red candles. It had a little bit of green candles up, but then it hit this wall, which was the 108th, and then it went back up and then back down. So in my opinion, it's just a very volatile stock. But if we look at it, it kind of just seems like maybe that this is going to be the new wall at the bottom, where it's just slowly going to continue moving up. So I think that this is actually a very good sign that it moved up from $112 up to the 124. I mean, yes, we have these little red candles going down, but if we could just hit this wall at the bottom and then keep it there, then I just think that Apple's going to continue to grow like at quite a good rate too. And then there's always a wall at top that it never wants to break through. So if we see here, it's about like $126. So this has been moving very sideways for quite a while. And I just think that once Apple breaks that top wall, it's just going to absolutely skyrocket and take off. So we've just been moving in like a kangaroo sideways for quite a while. It gets very boring just watching it do the same old things over and over. But honestly, like I kind of like it because it's still staying very cheap, so I could keep adding shares and positions while it's moving sideways. But I just think with some type of news or anything like that, it's just going to break this top wall and absolutely skyrocket. All right, guys, so I went to the 3-month chart on Robinhood. So this is exactly what I mean when I've been saying that's just been kind of boring and trading sideways for the past couple of months. So this is the 3-month chart. It has gone up 1.71%. So it just never really wants to break this top wall of the 124, 125. But there is a very good sign, and that is anytime it does hit this top wall, it creates a new low bottom wall, which is a very good sign. So if we look at this, it was at like 105, and then the new one was at 107, right? And then it gave us some hope. But then each time, the new low bottom is just getting higher and higher. So I really do think that it does want to break this 125 top wall. So I just think if the bottom wall keeps moving up like this, at one point it's just going to skyrocket and finally break through that 125 wall, and then it'll completely skyrocket. So I just think when they come out with more products and these phones, honestly, the sales have been amazing for it, bringing Apple tons of revenue. So I just think that once it does break this 125 wall, it's going to be huge. and I'm just going to be very excited for it. I'm glad that for the past 3 months, I just keep buying these shares. So that is one thing I want to point out, is that the new low bottom is always happening after that it hits the wall of 124, 125. All right, guys, the next thing we'll talk about is the headphones that came out. So if you look at this, these headphones are $549, right? I will never pay this much for a pair of headphones, but this is what I love about Apple, is that they could release things like this and it'll always sell out. So this is just going to absolutely drive revenue for Apple. I also think that this is very good due to the fact that they could start using musicians to market these as well. And I think that they'll be signing contracts with huge artists, right? Because they'll be wanting to do commercials and everything like this, and it will catch people's attention and then kind of steer away from the fact that they're freaking $549. But this is absolutely awesome. This is one of the reasons that I invest in Apple, because I invest in the future. And I just think that Apple's going to start catering into different markets. And like, for example, these are very good for musicians. And who knows what Apple's going to be doing in 2021 or in 5 years, right? So when I'm investing in this, I'm investing for the long term. I'm in the stock for 10 years or so, 10 years minimum, I'm saying, right? So when I see this, it just shows me that Apple's wanting to branch out more than just phones and everything, right? So honestly, I just believe that with Apple, that with the new technology and everything that's going to come out, that they're just going to be catering to different markets. So this is a very good sign, and I think that these headphones will drive a ton of revenue to Apple, which will drive the stock of Apple up. All right, guys, the next thing we'll talk about is where Wedbush states that their analysts say that it's changing from a 175 price target to 200 price target. This is absolutely huge news, because I've stated that since the sales of iPhone 12 launched in October, it could approach the 80 million to 85 million unit level by next year. That's absolutely crazy. Think about how much revenue that is bringing into this company, right? He's saying that the only launch that's ever done this is the iPhone 6 back in 2014. So when analysts are coming out and saying this, it's just showing that Apple is just completely selling these like crazy, the new iPhone. And think about how expensive they are, right? They're around $1,000. And just think about it this way. You go into a room full of people, 95% of them are going to have some type of Apple product, whether that's a iPad, iPhone, anything of that nature. So this is why I love Apple stock so much. And think about it this way, guys. The people that post that they think that Apple stock's going to drop because they bought puts and everything like that, they're probably typing it from an Apple product itself. So the people that hate on the stock, I think it's going to go down, more than likely own Apple products. So you got to think about it that way, especially if you're investing in the future. So when I go on the internet and I see people talking down on Apple stock, I'm laughing, because more than likely they're talking about it from an Apple product. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So think about when you do go into that room, how many people own Apple. This thing is absolutely taking over the world, right? Apple is one of the greatest companies, and I just think that in 2021, they're going to showcase that even more. And I'm investing in the future, like I said, so 10 years. I mean, this is going to make me bank. I know it too. Like this stock I'm holding for minimum 10 years. It's going to absolutely drive my savings so high, right? So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show their analysts on it and kind of give my opinion of where I think it's going. So in the next clip right now, I'm going to talk about where I see Apple going in 2021 and why I see it going there as well. All right, guys, so my price target for 2021 for the stock is $168, so around 40%. I just think that in 2021, the sales and revenue with these headphones that came out, the iPhone that already came out, and these iPads and everything that they continue to come out are just going to drive more sales to Apple. So I have a price target for 2021 of $168. I hope you guys hold me to that, because when it blows past that, I kind of want to brag about it. But anyway, so anyway, I have a price target of $168. I think next year too, when they release a new phone and they have the Apple release date, that they're going to showcase other products as well too. So it'll be really awesome. So yeah, that's kind of just my opinion of where I think it's going in 2021 is $168. So a little over 40%. I'm very excited for the new year and to see what Apple's going to do. This is actually my second favorite stock that I own. First one's Tesla. So that is my price target, and you guys could hold me accountable for it. And then I'm excited to see the new products that they'll be coming out with next year. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, if you could please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm dropping a minimum 5 videos per week. And I would love to hear where you guys think Apple is going in 2021. So leave that in the comment section below. Tell me what you like about it, what you hate about it, and where you guys see it going. All right, thank you so much. I hope you guys stay tuned.